Hello everyone, and welcome to lesson 14.2B. I've entitled this video, Achievements and Ideas of Ancient China. This video is going to cover pages 441 to 442. Achievements and Ideas. China underwent many changes during the Zhou dynasty. During this period, laws were recorded for the first time, the first coins were created, and farmers began to use plows pulled by oxen. It was also an age of great thinkers. One of these thinkers was a man named Confucius. He thought people should be morally good and loyal to their families. He also believed that a ruler should lead his people as though he were the head of a family. Question number 1. What were three big things that occurred during the Zhou dynasty? Number 1, laws were recorded for the first time. 2, the first coins were created. And 3, farmers began to use plows pulled by oxen. Question 2. What were three main ideas put forth by the great Chinese thinker Confucius? Number 1, he thought people should be morally good. Number 2, he thought people should be loyal to their families. And number 3, he believed that a ruler should lead his people as though he were the head of a family. Another of the thinkers was Laozi, who founded an important belief system called Taoism. Laozi thought that people should live in harmony with nature. Question number 3. What belief system was created by Laozi? Taoism. Question 4. What was an important teaching of Laozi's Taoism? That people should live in harmony with nature. Later, another important belief system called Buddhism was introduced to China from India. Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism have been major influences on China and the rest of East Asia for many centuries. And here you can see a Venn diagram that kind of shows you some of the things they have in common, some of the things they all have in common, and then some of the things that are different. Question number 5. What three belief systems had major influences on China and the rest of East Asia for many centuries? You had Buddhism, Confucianism, and Taoism. The Han Dynasty from 202 BC to 220 AD had such an impact that many of China's people today call themselves the people of Han. With Han rule came unity and stability. The arts and sciences flourished. Paper making was invented, and government officials began using paper for keeping records. Han rulers encouraged trade along the Silk Road. This was a caravan route that stretched 4,000 miles between China and Southwest Asia, and then extended into Europe and South Asia. The Chinese sent goods such as silk, tea, spices, paper, and fine porcelain as far west as ports along the Mediterranean Sea in exchange for wool, gold, and silver. Question number 6. What were four great things that happened to China during the Han Dynasty? Number 1, the Han rule brought unity. Number 2, it brought stability. Number 3, the arts flourished. And number 4, sciences flourished. Question number 7. What was invented during the Han Dynasty? Paper making. And so with paper making, you can start to keep records. Question number 8. What was the Silk Road and why was it important to China? The Silk Road was a caravan route that stretched 4,000 miles, connecting China and Southwest Asia, and then connecting it to Europe and South Asia, and it allowed them to trade goods and services. Question number 9. What are 5 items that China traded away on the Silk Road? Silk, tea, spices, paper, porcelain. Question 10. What were 3 items that China received from trade on the Silk Road? Wool, gold, silver. The Han Dynasty was followed by several centuries of decline and disunity as individual states fought to gain power. When China was eventually reunified, the stage was set for a long period of stability and cultural advancement under the Tang Dynasty from 618 AD to 907, and Song Dynasty from AD 960 to 1279. During the Tang Dynasty, probably in the AD 800s, A new type of printing emerged. The Chinese developed a way to use blocks of wood and clay to print characters on paper. This invention, known as woodblock printing, made it possible to print large numbers of books quickly, which allowed ideas to spread more rapidly. Another important invention was gunpowder, which was used in explosives and fireworks. The Chinese also invented the magnetic compass, which helped sailors find their direction at sea. Question number 11. What was a huge invention that occurred during the Tang Dynasty that would revolutionize the world? You had the invention of wood block printing. Question 12. Why was wood block printing such an important invention? Well, with wood block printing, you can print large numbers of books quickly. And when more people could read books, learning could spread. And so ideas were able to spread more quickly with more books. Question number 13. What was another influential invention created during the Tang Dynasty that would revolutionize warfare and 4th of July parties? Gunpowder. And question 14. What was another important invention that the Chinese created that would revolutionize sea travel? The magnetic compass. Well, thank you so much for watching. And before we go, of course I've got something for you. Gunpowder is just angry sand. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.